Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the MXL condenser stereo microphone. So this is a case that came with a particular model of the microphone that I bought. Two clips, opens the microphone, pulls back to reveal the microphone, shock mount that once again came with the particular model that I bought, and a microphone holder. Now also they're held in high impact foam, and the top of it has acoustic resonance foam in there for both looks and protection. So you pull out the mic, and it's a rather heavy mic. The bottom of it is all electronics, and it actually has a built-in preamp. If you have a light behind it, you can actually see the microphone inside of it. You somewhat can there. Not the best lighting angle for this, but it's basically just a giant copper coil, and this around it is actually a protection mesh. It is not a pop filter. So if you have this plugged in and wind is on it, or you're speaking directly into it and you're actually blowing onto the mic, you'll hear crackling and snapping and not goodness. So you'll need to be far away from or have a pop filter in order to use this mic. Now, the mic that I bought was a model that came with this shock mount. There are a few models that come with a few different things. Some you get just the mic. Keep in mind this is an XLR microphone. You can also get a USB model that's slightly more. I believe this whole thing was $70. The USB one is $100. But for $70 you got the microphone, the case, and this shock mount. Now the great thing about this is that it isolates the microphone from the outside world. Much like how a pop filter gets rid of ambient crackling and wind that you do not want hitting the microphone, this gets rid of ambient shocks and movements. And if you have it attached to a desk and you put something down on the desk, or a phone vibrates or something, it will help remove the actual physical movement, not the sound. But it'll make it so that the mic itself doesn't actually rattle around and even more amplify the sound. Now, there's two metal like arms that are attached to it that actually open this up kind of like a clamshell. So you squeeze open the clamshell, place the mic in, and the inside of the clamshell actually has a rubber foam that once again helps with vibration, and the mic is held in place. Now the mic is actually completely isolated from this piece of metal and the boom arm or mic arm or stand or whatever you attach it to, because this outer ring actually is held on to these clips, and the clips hold on to a piece of rubber, which then holds on to the actual clips that are attached to the microphone base. So this is an excellent way to keep the mic away from shock and all sorts of other things. Now, with that accounted for, some people may not want this. Like, you may want to just attach it to a regular microphone stand, in which case it comes with a regular clip, and the bottom of the mic by the XLR jack unscrews. It's a rather thin thread. This goes over it, and then this screws right on top of it, and it'll go on to a regular old mic stand, just like any other microphone. Now, as stated earlier, this is a XLR mic, which is a regular 3-prong, and it is a phantom power microphone, meaning that if you plug it into a preamp or a mixer that does not support phantom power, the mic will not work. For those of you that do not know what phantom power is, it is basically extremely high volt, well, not extremely, but relatively high voltage. It is 48 volts as opposed to a regular mic running at 5 or 12. This allows for much higher precision and just overall better sound. So, once again, XLR. For instance, here's a regular old XLR cable. Plugs right in. If I line it up properly. It is a very nice, firm connection on this microphone. No wiggle, no shake. Press down, pulls right out very nicely, and gives a very good connection for high quality audio. Now, the carrying case is not only a nice touch, it's extremely useful. Now, I bought this mic with the intention of using it at home and moving it around with me to record the band and all sorts of other things. And I really feel like the mic is safe because there's foam all around it, foam underneath of it, and of course on top of it. So if you're going to be moving this mic, it's going to be doing its job just fine even after you get there. Now, As for the actual specs of this microphone, it is 30 hertz to 20,000 hertz, which is just 10 hertz above what I choose and what just about everybody accepts as what is audio standard, which is 2020. Now this is 3020, but it's designed for really vocals, acoustic, strings, acoustic piano, percussion, and maybe some live sound. But you really don't need that low unless you're sticking it on a bass drum. Now, if you are considering miking up a drum set with this, I would not suggest this for a bass drum. But as for anything else, it does the job perfectly well. It is 200 ohm impedance, and it has a equivalent noise volume level of 20 dB. Now, as stated earlier, it requires 48 volts phantom power, but can support 4 volts lower and higher and still function properly. And just the mic, only the mic, not any of the case with it, weighs 1.2 pounds. So keep that in mind. And its overall size is 130 millimeters by 60 millimeters. So thank you everybody for watching. Please be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And this is a very good mic. I would recommend it to anybody who is doing a lower end home studio, or even as a mid-range studio as like a backup mic, or as a mic array if you want to record stereo or quadraphonic sound. It would be good to mic up drums, and of course for acoustic guitar and audio. Now it could be used for live sound. I wouldn't exactly recommend it due to the fact that when you're right in front of it, it sounds very good, but when you're away from it, it also sounds very good. Now this means that it picks up sound very close and far away. So if you're singing into it, you'll also hear the drums coming through it. Now this can be worked around, and of course the drums would be coming to the speakers anyway, but it's more of a recording mic than a live production mic. It could work for that anyway. But it's also very good for a home studio like what I have set up, or a podcasting, or anything that really just needs a higher quality of audio. And this goes great through just a little preamp and goes right in to the line in my computer, or even the microphone jack. I really wish I could distribute just this with a little preamp to everybody on the internet, so that people could have good mics on the internet instead of using the ones that are built into their laptop webcams. But such is life. So thank you everybody once again, and be sure to click right here, right there, to go and check out my new vlog, Ski Carl's Life. I've got, as of now, 2 videos, one being the introduction video, and another being an actual legitimate vlog where me and my friends went to a restaurant. And yeah, so I'm going to be putting a lot of time into that, and if you go and watch that, there will be behind the scenes kind of stuff as I talk about hardware that I have already. After this, when I'm done filming this, I'm going to be filming a vlog, which will be edited and uploaded today as well, about the new mixer and boom arm that I just got. So, thank you everybody again, and see you all later.